Hi, my name's Ian and welcome to the channel. If you've not been here before and you have been before, then welcome back. This is part 10 of the 2-week Canary cruise that we went on back in December. In this particular video we are in the island of Lanzarote and we visit Arrecife and go for a walk along the seafront. And also within this video as well was our last day or half day that we had in Tenerife as well, where we went for a bit of a walk in the morning in Santa Cruz before heading then to the airport. So yeah, before the video starts, we're great if you can like and subscribe to the channel as well as hit that notification bell for further videos. So without further ado, let's go to Lanzarote.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
And you join us in the port of Arrecife in Lanzarote. It's around 21 degrees at the moment. Not that we're complaining, because I think in the UK it's sort of very, very cold.
Nice.
So yes, another day in paradise. It's quite a very pretty seafront down here. So we've got here today. We were in Las Palmas yesterday. No, not Las Palmas, La Palma should I say. It's the island of La Palma. Santa Cruz is where we were yesterday. We went on a buggy ride and we've travelled 230-ish nautical miles to get here today. This is our second to last day before we end up going home. So tomorrow we go to Gran Canaria, which I think is Las Palmas, thinking about it. So that'll be our last port of call before heading back to Tenerife to fly home to Birmingham. Not looking forward to that. Ooh.
Are you having a good day? Yeah, me too.
She's chatting up the locals. Yes, we're going to walk over here in a minute. It looks interesting. It's like an old sort of drawbridge. I think there's a bit of a castle down here, so you know, maybe in times gone by. Stopped people getting into it, or getting out of it, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, lovely. So I'll spin the camera around so it's not quite so glary. That's better. Looking at it, I'll suspect that this possibly was an old port years ago. It's absolutely gorgeous around here. The water down here is absolutely crystal clear. The sun happens to be in that particular place in the sky again. It's rather glary again. Sorry, what I'm looking at? Oh, the birds, yeah. It's quite a strange piece of beach here. It's within the bay itself.
I went to get the water, but the kindling.
Looking over towards where the boat is at the moment. I must say it's absolutely gorgeous along here. I must say the weather's superb as well. Trying to get myself out of the shadow.
I've come in the side of the building now, and it's a little museum. It's €3 each to get in. Sort of tells the history of Arrecife and Lanzarote itself, but unfortunately everything's in Spanish, and my Spanish skills are zero. I do know the odd few Spanish words, but that's about it. But this is the carpentry area, which is where they sort of show how they made boats.
She said that's not where the boats that used to
Yeah.
do their fishing.
Yeah. This one here.
Well, this would be it.
Yeah.
She said it showed how it was made.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Palibot.
Yes.
Palibot?
Paley boats. Paley boats. Pirates. The lady was saying they had there was a between Tenerife and Arrecife, which Tenerife was the old capital and Arrecife is now the new capital. There was a war, a little war. I think she said it took a week. One person dead, two cannons fired, and that was it. This is a mummy, not a daddy, a mummy. And apparently it's wrapped in goat skin.
Which denotes that they were quite wealthy, apparently.
There you go.
This is the cannon that was used to fire the 2 shots in the little war between Tenerife and Arrecife.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a museum now. I think originally it was probably like a little castle or watchtower where we're looking at the pirates in olden days. Now that's what you call a substantial latch or lock, whatever you want to call it. Leave some of that like that on our house. It's old cannons in here, and looks like an old cartwheel as well. When there was any approaching pirates, this is the bell they had to ring to alert the town of the advance of pirates. Arr, arr. So Leanne, what's the pirate's favourite letter of the alphabet?
Would that be R?
It might be. What does a pirate say when he sees a nice furry animal?
R.
What does a pirate say when you stamp on his feet?
R. That's a bit cool. That was like a crow.
Well, perhaps he does. What does a pirate say when you kick him in the gonads?
R.
Over in the distance there you can see some of the Canary Isles. Lanzarote and Fuerteventura were actually the first of the Canary Islands to erupt out of the water. It's all volcanic islands, the whole lot around here.
It was one.
It was one, yes. The two, Lanzarote and Fuerteventura, were joined together at one point, but perhaps the joining land was maybe low and it's perhaps eroded away over the years, or rising sea levels have disposed of it. Who knows?
Somebody probably does.
Yeah. Yeah, so our plan is just beyond that tower block there, the sort of greeny colour one, there's a beach down there, and that's where we're going to head now. We're going to dip our toes in the water. This is absolutely lovely, this old part here. Not sure what that is, but it's a bandstand or what?
Let's do the
we've walked down to. It's very inviting. Actually, the water as well, it's crystal clear. Not sure how warm it'll be, but we were in Fuerteventura last week and the water wasn't bad. We're only just a bit up the coast from there now, so fingers crossed, not too bad. Just walked a bit further around the coast from the beach we're going to go on a bit and just come across this old wreck. There's no real information on it at all as to what it was, but I suspect it's probably very similar to one of those boats that they used to use for fishing. Was it called a pelotti? I think it was, might have been what we saw in the museum a while ago. Over there, you can just sort of make up the black dog there, but just inside the fence line there's like a dog agility park. You can take your dog for get it through tunnels and hoops and all sorts of stuff. Quite like a sculpture I've just come across. It's like it's sleeping. There we are, in the sea. It's a bit fresh when you first stick your feet in, but literally been in here, what, I don't know, a minute. Just walking along, can barely feel the cold of it at all now. Let's put it this way, it's warmer than what the seas in Britain are in the height of summer. Well, today's the 18th of December. And it's now about 23 degrees. We're walking in the sea. Are we complaining? Nah. Well, we thought as it's getting quite warm now, we'd walk down the back streets in the shade. So this is back streets of Arrecife. It's not as pretty as La Palma where we were yesterday. Those streets had really quaint buildings, but this looks like you could do with a bit of TLC, a bit of liquor paint, a bit of polish. We're just working our way back into the port now. It's quite a pretty place actually, lots of boats. Looks like it's been newly developed over the last few years.
Lots of fishes. Look at them all, various sizes.
I don't think the camera will be able to pick those up too well. Yes.
Oh wow.
I told Jeeves to bring the yacht in here today, but he doesn't seem to have brought it. So I'll have to make do with the cruise ship instead.
Different fishes.
Don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but there's loads of fish just basking down there. Like a Sunday congregation. Well, hello, how are you today? What have you been doing today? Well, I've been sunbathing. Look, Mummy, look where I've been today. Ooh.
It's like a meet and greet place.
It isn't it? Yeah. Morning. Nice day.
Well, you know, Missy, she's doing a spring cleaning today, so I've come out for a swim.
She says take the kids to the pool. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you joining us today on our last day here in Tenerife? We've got to go home later today, back to Birmingham. Well, back to the airport anyway, Birmingham. But we've had a fantastic time here, and today it's about 24 degrees, so we thought we'd make the most of it and go for a bit of a walk and show you around a bit. It's like they're doing some renovations on this. There's probably could be a town hall, maybe, I'm not quite sure. It's on the building next door. What I love about these places is they make the seafronts really pretty, all the palm trees and that.
Bell tower.
Yeah. That's just part of the church or something.
Okay.
It's a very pretty little tower there. The Anne's having to go out pole dancing. Well, we're currently in Santa Cruz, and in about 5 days' time this is where Father Christmas is going to be coming after he's delivered all the presents, because you know Santa Claus has got to have a holiday as well, so he likes to come to Santa Cruz. Or he'll get on the boat that we've just been on and go on a Santa Cruz. By the way, it's the 20th of December today when I'm recording this. Leanne's trying to fight the flab, work off a few of those pounds that she's put on the cruise. They're saying that I don't think we're talking pounds here, I think we're more like talking stones. I love her, really. That's it, work it, work it, work it. You're like a fish. Well, we thought we'd take a walk down to the Opera House. We did come down here last week when we were here on a cycle ride, but didn't really get a chance to look too much around it, so thought we'd walk down here first, and then we're then going to have a walk back through Santa Cruz on the way back to the boat. I'm not sure how much we're going to manage to see. We've sort of walked up so far and the fence is cordoned off there. It's quite an interesting building. The side of it's all made from broken tiles. Quite an interesting structure. A slightly better view of the Opera House stood right back here. Yeah, very impressive building. Well, this is the Black Castle. That seawater's absolutely crystal clear down here. There's quite a few crabs about again, like there was yesterday in Gran Canaria. Just come around the other side of the little bay, the other side of the Black Castle. A good view of the Opera House from here. And the Black Castle itself as well.
Auditorium, I think.
Not sure. One or the other. One of the best things about being in Spain, café con leche. Best coffee in the world. This tower's part of a church. It's quite unusual really, the fact that it's sort of on the side of it rather than coming out the top like it would normally be. Oh, Leanne's found a man now. She likes one with nice butt cheeks. Oh yeah.
For the flowers over there, look.
Very pretty this. Especially with the mountains in the background as well. It's just yeah, very pretty area. Just in case I didn't mention it earlier, this is Santa Cruz in Tenerife.